Hello and welcome to another episode of Surveyor Says. I'm your host, Tim Birch, and this week features From the Director's Desk, in which we'll do a recap of this last several weeks of podcasts you should go back and listen to, as they've been very great conversations that have been very timely with some of the things going on in the world of surveying. We'll talk about a few current topics going on with NSPS and the world of surveying, and then we'll shout out to our sponsors, who have been very generous over this past year in helping NSPS fund the programs and the advocacy that tells the public who we are and what we're all about in the world of surveying. First up on the agenda is a recap of the last several weeks of our podcasts. Episode 192 was with Data Activation Center, or DAC. I recently talked with the staff there about all of the options and offerings that the surveyors have their availability to, as far as multi-band SIM cards, the data connectivity options that are out there, and even the amount of data that's available to the surveyor now. Great conversation, great company. Should go back, give it a listen. That way you've got more options of what you can possibly do with your field crews and your data acquisition. Episode 193 was Joe Paiva and GeoLearn. GeoLearn recently went through an update of their educational sessions, their website, and all of their programming to expand on sessions that are available for both continuing education for the professional and not necessarily formal continuing education, but great topics and great information for the technician. Those that are surveyors that are in their early stages of their career, in their training, and wanting to learn more about the profession and getting prepared for the CST, getting prepared for your PS and your FS tests through NCEES and your state licensing. Great conversations, great content, and GeoLearn remains a great partner of NSPS. Check it out; it's a great conversation. Episode 194 was Linda Foster with Esri. We continued our chat about the surveying and GIS series that we are partnered with Esri on. The session that she was talking about was with Narelle Underwood, the Surveyor General of New South Wales in Australia. They, over the past several years and through the pandemic, have upgraded all of their record keeping to a digital twin and requiring digital submissions. Great webinar, great conversation. All of the things that we have been talking about with surveying and GIS are hosted on the Esri website. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Surveying and GIS are continuing to converge. A lot of great information there. Check it out. Next up was episode 195, revisit with our buddies at Land Surveyors United. Justin Farrow and his team have went and reimagined what surveying and what the website can be. They've offered up a whole bunch of more tools and more reference material, and they're getting into the educational component as well, partnering with several educational providers out there to provide content for your continuing education, for your technicians. Great conversation. You ought to check it out. Check out the website, Land Surveyors United. They are now on board as a supporter of NSPS. Great opportunity to learn more about the profession itself through some of these educational offerings, and check out the tools in the website. Great amount of information there for the surveyor. Last but certainly not least, last week's episode 196 with Parker Zerbach and Jessica Hess. Parker is the student at Vincennes University. Jessica is the department head at Vincennes University. And I sat down to talk to them about a paper Parker had done for his classes there, talking about the surveyor shortage. We all know that there is a shortage out there. We're going to continue to see it with the attrition of the older surveyors that over time we're going to be continuing to lose more and more of our professionals and technicians. Parker took a look at it and did research for this paper. Very robust, very comprehensive look at what were some of the factors that went into the reduction in the workforce, some of the factors that the public looks at when it comes to dealing with the surveyors. Once again, a very, very interesting conversation with not just pointing out the problems, but also coming up with some solutions on how the surveying profession moves forward, with a lot of some ideas on how we deal with this surveyor shortage and try to be better promoters of the profession. Check out all of the podcasts. They've been very great, very, very great conversations. And it's 20 to 25 minutes that's very well spent. Next up on the agenda are current topics and dates to remember of things happening within NSPS. We're making the formal announcement that next spring's business meeting, lobby day, and national student competition will be Monday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day, through Friday, March 21st, Global Surveyors Day, and it will be in Silver Spring, Maryland, at the Hotel Silver Spring. In conjunction with this will be NGS Day on Wednesday, March 19th. We will be having several sessions at the Silver Spring Civic Center with NGS and several other of the government agencies involved in the geospatial community. We are rolling out the NSPS vision of modernized NSRS, what all this is going to entail, and hearing it from the government agencies, hearing it from industry professionals, and being able to share it with the directors and attendees of the spring meeting, the students, and young surveyors. Wednesday, March 19th, write that down. For more information on the modernized NSRS, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 187 with our good friend Dave Doyle, who gives some of the history of the past NSRS datums and why the modernization is very important moving forward. We'd also like to make the announcement that TrigStar for the 2024-2025 school year, the packets are now together. Reach out to our office, and if you've got that interest in providing that competition within your school, reach out to us. We can get you the packet. For more information, contact our office, and we can get you set up and with the information necessary to make you better understand why TrigStar is an important gateway into the high schools and providing students with an opportunity to learn about not just surveying, but geospatial and STEM all combined. Great program, great opportunity to get in front of the students, let them know more about who we are and what we're doing. We talked a little bit before about GeoLearn and Land Surveyors United. NSPS has come into agreements with both of them to provide. They're providing content to our listeners, to our members, and in helping them promote their programs, their sessions, their offerings. They're working with us to provide us with support through donations that are a part of the fees that you're paying for those sessions. So while you're learning about the profession, getting your continuing education, prepping for CST or your licensing tests, you're giving a little bit back to NSPS as well. You're helping us with the costs of putting on programs and doing the work here at NSPS for promotion and advocacy of the program. So we encourage you to check out GeoLearn, check out Land Surveyors United, all great stuff. Another educational opportunity we'd like to talk to you about and make you aware of is our partnership with Trimble. This will be the third year that NSPS and its members, the Education Committee, has worked with Trimble. We have proctored and reviewed the educational offerings there at Trimble Dimensions coming up in Las Vegas in November. What we've done is we've reviewed the coursework for the surveying related sessions and provided feedback. And the ones that we feel meet the criteria for surveying-based education throughout the week there in Vegas, we are endorsing those for continuing education. So check it out. If you've got things you want to specifically learn about surveying with the offerings at Trimble Dimensions, check it out. It's something that we're very, very proud to work with Trimble and providing that opportunity and putting that information forward and endorsing what they're putting together for the surveying community. A couple of upcoming events and news that we would like to share. Be on the lookout. We've got a new collaboration with NSPS and Get Kids Into Survey. We've got some announcements going to be coming up. There's some exciting things happening within Get Kids Into Survey. Elaine and her staff are working behind the scenes on some game-changing opportunities for Get Kids Into Surveying and promoting surveying worldwide. So keep your eyes out for those announcements coming forward. It's very exciting, and we're looking forward to being able to share more with you very, very soon. Something else that we're working on internally here at NSPS, our good friend Gary Kent has assembled an excellent team that we will be putting together a program that's called NSPS Speakers Academy. And it's going to be for those people out there that may have an interest in speaking, providing speaking opportunities, educational opportunities, but don't know how to get started, don't know how to talk to the states, how to negotiate contracts, what multimedia things to think about. So we're assembling that curriculum now as we speak. So after the first of the year, look for more information about that. It'll be a great opportunity because the states and other agencies and other places are looking for speakers, looking for more information about surveying and the topics within surveying, whether it be for continuing education or not. It can be for specific technology, specific software, specific things within the world of surveying. Be on the lookout for that announcement after the first of the year. We're looking forward to providing that Speakers Academy to really help move that next generation of educational providers out into our arenas. Last but certainly not least, wanted to let everyone know that we are working on providing an update to our definitions book. It's still a hot seller, still something, a good piece of reference material for all surveyors to have, whether it's, if it's on their bookshelf for testing, for just reference, what have you. We are looking to upgrade that. It hasn't been updated since 2005. We're going to be crowdsourcing a lot of the information. We're going to be reaching out to all of our members and the surveying profession for what terms are in our lexicon now that weren't there 20 years ago. There's a lot of things that have changed that we want to add to that. And one of the things that we want to do, in addition to just adding more content, we're looking at also moving this reference material online, making it digital, making it available through an app or through a website, something to where the practitioners can use it on the fly, not just in the hardcover book for tests and for straight out desk reference material. Trying to make it more robust, bringing it into the 21st century. Be on the lookout for some announcements after the first of the year on that as well. We're going to need your help, and we've got some incentives, going to have some incentives out there to have you help us provide those terms. And what do we need to include that maybe aren't included in that book as of right now. It's very important that we do that and get that updated. Last but certainly not least, we want to shout out to our sponsors. We have had a very generous amount of sponsors that have stepped up over this past year and really helped NSPS with not just monetary donations, but also for promotion of NSPS, the surveying profession, and a lot of the activities that are going on within the profession, getting more exposure into schools, into homes, into parents viewpoints for their students, for their kids. Really trying to generate that next level of interest, those next generations of surveyors. On our diamond level of sponsorship, assurance risk managers, Lisa Isom and her team have stepped up. If you need insurance, and she is our insurance provider, endorsed provider for anything you need business insurance wise. Give Lisa and Arm a call. We really appreciate them stepping up to a diamond level and being a great resource for us this year. One partnership that we continue on is with Esri. We are continuing with our surveying and GIS webinar series that Linda Foster and her Global Land Records team have been putting on. Great stuff. Besides being able to put out a lot of that content out there, they've been providing us with opportunities to partner and get out into many more arenas that include the GIS world. Like I said, the surveying and GIS worlds continue to converge, and Esri has been a great partner in doing that. I spoke a little bit about Trimble Dimensions, and Trimble has been a great partner. Year in, year out, they help us with the student competition. They sponsor the awards for the 2-year and 4-year programs at the student competition. Plus, they also offer support on our Young Surveyors events. And then they also help us with the business meetings that we put on in the spring and in the fall. Big shout out to Trimble Geospatial. We've appreciate everything that they do for us. And we'd like to announce this year they are being added to the NSPS Foundation. There will be a $5,000 scholarship that's going to be given out every year from Trimble Geospatial. So we're adding that to the list. That's something they want to do on an annual basis. And we can't thank them enough for stepping up and helping that next generation of surveyors. Next level is our platinum level. GeoLearn, as we've spoken about in the past, they've stepped up in their support of NSPS. Big thanks to Joe Paiva and his staff, putting out great educational content and helping us promote the profession throughout all of the places that Joe speaks, GeoLearn reaches. It's been a great partnership, and we look forward to continuing it. Another great partnership we want to talk about is NCEES. This is something that we all get involved with when it comes to licensing, with the fundamentals of surveying test, the practical test, and all of the licensing work that NCEES does. In addition, they have helped us. They've rebuilt the beasurveyor.com website for us to help promote the profession out to a larger audience, and hopefully we're seeing fruits of that labor with those efforts of NCEES helping us press that message out there with beasurveyor.com. You're going to see more and more of that interaction with that website, that it's more about Be a Surveyor than the NSPS website specific. Great partners. We appreciate them. We partner with them on the American School Counselors Association National Conference every year. We talk to 5,000 plus teachers and counselors at those conferences every year. Great partnership, great messaging. We really appreciate what they've done for us. On the gold level, we'll mention these real quickly. SAM LLC have been a long-standing partner. Land Surveyors United have stepped up into the gold category this year with all of the things going on. Shout out to Justin and his crew. A lot of thanks there. Juliano Associates. Chris Juliano, he's the Connecticut director, and he is always there to help us with our business meetings and any of the activities going on at our spring and fall meetings. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Juliano and Associates, for all that you've provided for the last several years. And stepping up into the gold category this year, you'll see I mentioned it earlier. We're going to see more and more coming about in the next several months and hopefully over the years. Get Kids into Survey. We're going to be doing a lot more with Get Kids into Survey, and we appreciate them stepping up to our gold level sponsorship. Our silver sponsorships will include Control Point Associates, Dioptra, Stuart Ward and his crew out in Idaho. Once again, there's another resource that has helped us at our spring and fall business meetings. We really appreciate what you do there. IPLSA, the Illinois Professional Land Surveyors Association, they've partnered with us on a webinar this year about the Davis-Bacon situation, and they've helped us out with a couple of different items here and there. Thank you, Illinois. We do appreciate that. Topcon Solution Store, they were a big sponsor at the this past spring student competition. We look forward to their involvement going forward. QK4, Ben Shinneberry and his crew out of Kentucky. Once again, they've stepped up with young surveyors and the student competition. Fantastic. Can't thank them enough for stepping up and helping us with a lot of those activities. And last but certainly not least, Diamondback Land Surveying. Trent Keenan and his crew out there, Get Kids into Survey West. That has been a great partner, great resource. We appreciate all that Trent and his staff does and continues to do for the profession. Trent's beating the streets on a lot of advocacy, a lot of promotion. He's now heading up as the chair of our Workforce Development Committee. Can't thank him enough and his staff for all of the work that they do. I said last but certainly not least, but I've got one more shout out, one more thank you to provide, and that's the staff here at NSPS. Most of you know Trish Milburn. Some know Sarah Maggi. You're getting to know Julie Everhart, our new accountant, over this past year. And another person I'd like to shout out is our IT consultant, Cliff Shepard. He keeps a lot of this running behind the scenes. Very much appreciated. We've got a great staff here. It's amazing all the amount of work that we get done, all the things that happens out of this office. It couldn't happen without the four of them. I can't thank them enough for the hard work that they put in, the long hours, and the passion that they put towards a profession that they're not licensed individuals, they're not technicians, but they care about the profession and where it goes and what gets done. A big shout out, a big thank you to them. And that'll wrap it up for this week's episode of Surveyor Says. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you tuning in, listening. Hit that subscribe button wherever you do listen to this. Check us out on YouTube, the NSPS Media channel, if you are not here already listening and looking at this. Can't thank you enough for tagging along with us. We're turning a corner here into a lot of great things, trying to make some things a little more modern, trying to communicate in some different and new ways, trying to reach everybody about the things that are going on in the world of surveying. So with that, wish you a good day. And like I said, wherever you're watching, listening to this, hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.